Welcome back to the Antiques Roadhouse Gen X edition. I'm Megan Sinclair, and today we are fortunate to have Scott Elness here, who is an actual member of Generation X and our expert evaluator today. So Scott, what do we have here first?
Oh, well, you know, a Gen Zer brought this to my attention. He thought it was some kind of a bomb, perhaps an encryption device, but no, folks, this is an actual push-button telephone from the 1970s and 80s.
My God. How does it work?
Well, first you had to store the numbers in your brain, and then you reach down and you would push these buttons and it would create a tone that tells the telephone line who you're trying to connect with. Now, this would be a lot more valuable if it was the older rotary style phone. Now, those had this plastic rotary thing on it. You had to stick your finger on it and then it would create a clicking sound. It was annoying.
Oh, sounds annoying. Here's the big question though, Scott, is how do you send a text message with this device?
Oh, yeah, you don't.
Oh, that sounds tough. Okay, what's next?
Well, this is a classic. It's called a Beta Cam, and back in the day, it'd run you upwards of like $20,000.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That must mean that it shoots in high definition photos and videos and has an internal hard drive?
No, it shoots in standard definition, takes no pictures whatsoever, and it uses stuff called tape in a format called analog.
Okay, we've got one final item, and this one from Eastern Oregon. Scott, what is this?
You know what? This looks like it's way older than Nirvana's Nevermind album. It might even predate Wham's first album. Maybe we should talk to my professor buddy Michael Waller. Hey Michael, this kind of looks like it might be, what, a cutting tool from the pre-Homo sapien era?
Is an important tool for a variety of reasons. It shows us Homo erectus's cognitive capacities, right? That the maker of this tool had to have some kind of plan when they set off to create it. And it is kind of the Swiss Army rock of the Paleolithic, the ancient stone age, right? You can drill with it, you can scrape with it, you can pound with it, you can, do a whole host of different saw and whatnot. Undoubtedly, this tool and tools like it were imperative to allow them to move into these more marginal habitats.
Wow! Homo erectus walked the earth from around 1.7 million years ago to around 250,000 years ago. That's older than George Clooney.
We don't see a whole lot of innovation with their technology. They kind of used if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality. Whereas when we show up, we're never really satisfied with how something functions. We always want to make it better. There's almost this ratcheting effect with our technology. For 99% of human history, we have been hunters and gatherers. The reason that we have evolved such big brains is that there's this kind of feedback loop between our technology, which allows us to get more meat, which allows us to develop bigger brains, which then allows us to develop better technology to get more meat, and the cycle kind of spins from there.
Now, Scott, I understand that if you have some items that are older than Gen X that you would like checked out, there's an event called the Archeology Roadshow coming to town, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's in fact, they're touring right now. They're coming here on June 1st at the Deschutes Historical Museum. There's a lot you can do there.
There's one important piece of our event where folks can bring an item, an object that they don't know that much about, and bring it to our expert panel that's happening at every one of our events, and they are experts in archaeology, animal bones, historic archaeology, geology, pottery, you name it. And the individual can learn more about that item. You can learn to throw a spear using ancient technology. That's something you can do with your own hands. You can learn about first foods. Our theme this year is the archaeology of food, so that's a pretty universal thing. Everyone's got to eat. You can watch experts make obsidian tools. They're going to be doing that on site. And there will be lots more activities and exhibits. Archaeology and cultural heritage is priceless for everyone to learn from and enjoy.
It's a really great opportunity to come down and learn a little bit more about what archaeology is.
Well, finally, now this is what gamers used to call the Sony PlayStation 2.
Oh, an early form of a video game.
Yeah, see, back in the 70s, there was this thing called Pong.
Oh, I know what that is, where the yellow circle is trying to eat the dot.
For Central Oregon
No, that
Daily
was
News,
Pac-Man,
I'm Scott
but-
Elness.